Greetings, you all. Sending you all some warm, positive vibrations. So, just wanted to check in with you. I haven't been on in a minute because I have been so extremely busy. But I just wanted to check in, and I got a little chores, and I'm about to head out to the park, and it's blazing hot. So I was trying to get out before the sun came up, but then I have all these chores to orchestrate, and I have to water the garden first. So I just wanted to check in. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. This is Body-Culinary, also known as Kwasa Peaceful Eating. And on this channel, I share some of my journey in radical self-acceptance with this cottony crown that's sprouting out of my head, very fine, very delicate. I don't have any products in it. I call it freedom hair. So it frees up a lot of time for me to be able to go into the garden, roll on the floor, be very active and other things. Plus, it's a living meditation. I find it has been to sit in acceptance and appreciation of what I was born with. So my eyebrows, my eyelashes, just to appreciate it and appreciate that they're healthy, right? It's a living meditation. So I also share encouragement to cultivate and to begin a movement practice, something that is totally your own, as well as to start a garden for for a myriad of reasons. Yes, I am that coach to tell you to start. It suggests that you start a movement practice. Greetings. As well as encouragement to consume peacefully. And by consuming peacefully, what I mean by that is foods with their living water. You're a living, breathing organism, right? And most of your body is what? Water. So I encourage you to consume foods with living water. So I kind of have a different way, at least to me, that I process information. I have found this effective in assisting folks, right? Because I'm a personal trainer. I'm also a professional chef and a fitness coach, nutrition coach, as well as the founder of Body-Culinary. So the way that I teach is very, I think, lots of fun, hands-on, and very comprehensive, which is very different from me just writing down. Even though I do programs, anybody can tell anybody, eat some chicken breast and some broccoli, do these exercises, diet, and just don't eat any meat. So I've found it's more sustainable and long-term, and actually could be more fun to get to the root of what is driving our self-sabotaging behaviors, right? A lot of socially slow acceptable suicide. I hate to say it, but a way of consuming that's really actually very taxing to the organs. I know a lot of us care about the hair and the skin, but quite often we're moving at a pace and we've been programmed not to take in consideration our kidney, our liver, our spleen, our reproductive organs, unless we're in crisis. A lot of us are not even eating really for our brain. Every now and then we may throw a little handful of this and that, but it's not our thought process or our mentality. So I found, greetings. I found that that's perhaps over the years, after about 30 years in the industry of food and fitness and nutrition, I can see patterns as to why it's not sustainable. So it's like a puzzle, and it's always fascinating why we have the self-sabotaging behaviors, usually linked to some kind of trauma that we keep looping. And I'm also really so fascinated by what drives us to get into action, consistent action, immediate action around a goal and around what we say that we value. So one of the things, or a few of the things, or a mentality that's been very helpful to me is to remove a lot of things off of the table that are distraction. So one of them also, let's not get it twisted. I like grooming and all of that, but I'm not interested in being a slave to my hair. So it's very thin, it's very fine, there's no products in it. I'm not twisting, I'm not doing any of that. So I have, I share in the community section, and I share on Body-Culinary on Instagram. Let's see, I'm Kwasa with a K, Peaceful Eating, on TikTok, and the Patreon is Kwasa Peaceful Eating. So I make an effort now to put that stuff inside of the chat. So that's where you can find some of the things that I post, and people ask me about food and recipes. That's usually what people want, is workouts and the recipes. But I invite you to consider that there's something bigger. There's a reason why many of us have done so many fasts and had trainers and workout programs, and it doesn't stick. So I like to get to the root, because I have seen people, although it's not the vast majority, I I have seen people where it sticks. And once it sticks, even if you start slow, when you get to the big enough why, and when you just have some comprehensive education, then you keep refining your body temple. Although we go through different phases of life, you keep refining your fitness and your body temple until you check out off of this planet. You can still put on nice, lean tone muscle. I believe the Patreon must be private. I've searched and searched and cannot find it. You know what, Uniquely Beautiful? If you send me, oh, great. I see it. I see it. So I'll keep that private. So I'll send you like a link in your email, because I checked it several times and I put the link there. So maybe it's something in the settings. So that being said, the way that I work with folks is very, very hands-on. I'm sure most people have a million books, recipes. Ultimately, even though I give recipes, the way that I learn is kind of like I learn is sitting down next to my elders in activity. Getting into activity around what you say is important to you, and also having a lot of fun. When we're having a lot of fun, like if you have children or you have the opportunity to work with children, stuff just goes in effortlessly when things are a game and when they're very, very fun. As adults, we can have a tendency to get very, very stiff because there's a lot of serious stuff going on in life, but that can also cause us to lose our juiciness. There's also so much competing. There's a lot competing for the very vital, precious energy of our attention and our focus. And it's coming one way. One way. We're not going this way. It's coming one way, being deposited into our psyche. Much, much more than we realize. And it's having a much greater effect than we could even imagine. So radical self-acceptance on the journey of exploring and having fun with your God. I dare say, when you have patience with yourself, and you accept what's coming out, and you allow yourself, which can freak you out, allow yourself to see what this is going to look like. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I think you'll be pleasantly freed up. Your time, your energy, your resources, so you can play, get out in the sun, start a garden, travel, all these resources, physical resources, as well as the resource of your time, attention, also fears, anxieties, insecurities, because we've been somehow programmed that we can't handle this, right? So as I explained, every single one is coming in flat. It's very fine, all of that. But not only do I work with it, I celebrate it. And again, I encourage you, you'll be surprised. You will be surprised. Even if you think your hair is thinning, or you may have alopecia and you have concerns. By the way, for anyone that has concerns like that, or sometimes people will blurt stuff out on online, I invite folks to be kind of cautious with that. If you have serious issues going on with your health, I'm not a medical doctor. I focus on food, nutrition, and movement. I can make recommendations for those types of things. However, sometimes a lot of people blurt it. What do you think I should do for this condition? What do you think I should do for that condition? I don't think you could be doing yourself a disservice, right? For somebody to give you a quick fly-by-night answer that doesn't really know you, your patterns, what your consumption patterns have been for years, if you have surgeries, so that to me wouldn't really be in integrity. So if someone has questions like that, again, I'm not an MD, a medical doctor, however, personal trainer, fitness coach, nutrition coach, certified in whole living foods, that I've been doing for years. So that is my scope of practice. I like to stay within my scope of practice and work along with whoever I'm working with, whoever their other practitioners are. By the way, if you're getting very healthy and as you're dropping unhealthy adipose tissue, and as you get moving consistently, slowly, as is appropriate for your body, then eventually your doctor will take you off medications if that is your concern. So all that to be said, so you do yourself a service, and so you are able to make changes that are sustainable, right? And also, a lot of times when we skip over the process, there's a lot that you don't see, and that can kind of keep us on what I call the whole stroke. Because you don't know why you're doing the exercises. A lot of times people are not doing the exercises with proper form, or people are taking 5 gazillion products. It's actually not necessary. Take it for someone that's competing in fitness, done every protein powder on the market. I don't have to diet. I don't have to be concerned. I have so many good habits that they continue to serve me. So yeah, so I'm gonna definitely get back to you. So the thing I just wanted to touch on just very quickly is trends today that I was thinking. I was moving around and cleaning and stuff in the garden, and I was thinking of, are we just following the trend, right? When you have things that are very classic, they will stand the test of time. So in one of these areas, and again, I'm not the food police, I'm not the hair police, I'm not here to put anybody down. I don't care if you've had surgeries, altered yourself. That's not my BI bubble out business. You're having your own experience out here. I respect all people, their food choices, your belief systems, and so on. And I have mine. And you're always welcome to comment respectfully in the comment section. We can also disagree respectfully, but I don't have the only perspective. That being said, and sitting in radical self-acceptance, I find a lot of surprises along the way. And one of those examples would be just increasingly more and more I've expressed, like a lot of times I find myself smiling at myself in the mirror when I look at my own eyebrows, which I don't have tweeze. I'm not telling you to tweeze or not tweeze your eyebrows, but it's like I literally have been liking myself more and more. It's been a consistent process over the years where my eyes have shifted, right? Even as I go through different phases of life, it's like I really like myself. I like my hair. It's very fine, delicate hair. I like myself. I'm even resistant to wearing makeup because I like myself. So maybe, like I said, maybe one day I'll do a photo shoot with some makeup, but it's hot out here. It's probably going on 90-something degrees. I don't want makeup rolling all down on my neck on my light blue shirt. I want to go play. Maybe some dirt will get on here from the monkey bars. I'm about to go get on the monkey bars. But, it's just not very functional for me. So maybe at some point I'll do that to play. But to me, it's a distinction between me covering up myself, altering myself permanently, feeling anxiety. And I'm very well aware, once you start messing with one thing, you want to mess with something else. That's a bit much for me. And I find that I observe, this is my humble observation, it affects a lot of our esteem and our mental, emotional health. And I've also observed somebody that's I don't know about y'all, that's spent a goo-gad amount of money on clothes and stuff over the years. Most of that clothes, designer stuff went in the garbage. But what's not trending and what stays in fashion is what you were born with. So, I've looked at some photo shoots I did like several decades ago with my hair that was pretty much, it might be in the comments or somewhere on my Instagram, where I had back in the days to call it a boldy bean, but it was just a peach fuzz real low and had designs cutting it. My favorite hairstyle. So I know if this was looking all crazy and my hairline was back here, honey, this would be cut off. I'm not attached like that. It's hair. It can have whatever meaning or whatever context that I want to give it. I invite you to really sit in your journey. If you find something I share that's trying to resonate, run with it. If it doesn't resonate, leave it right there. But just following people, all this stuff, like I feel like we're allowing ourselves to be robbed of being grounded and comfortable in your skin. You can look longingly, because now the computers like TV, we're looking longingly at people on Instagram and other stuff. And it's never going to be you. I'm never going to have Valerie Jr., although I love her hair. There's a lot of Congo. I ain't going to never have no Congo natis. This is it. So I've made a very intentional choice to embrace what I have. And I make an intentional choice to embrace what I have throughout the years. Because that's costing us. Insecurities are costing us. Somebody else is capitalizing off of our insecurities. And I got my thing called Afronomics and Afroflowernomics. If we've got this unique beauty stand, I don't know how. Let me not say I don't know. It can be observed that you have, $1 trillion businesses, global, where folks are profiting, but the folks with this unique beauty mark are not thriving. With all of that economics, we should be thriving globally. Nobody should have to really be selling, our sacred reproductive organs when we have this. So, there's some shifting, there's some more stuff to be done, right? And I can learn from anybody, whether somebody got a perm or whatever. I'm not doing it. I'm not the channel. I'm not that. I'm not at that phase of my life where I'm going to put somebody down because of their hair choice. That's their journey. That's how I look at it. Whatever people are eating, I used to be a junk food junkie. I used to eat cadavers and, decomposing flesh. I used to eat that. I've eaten every high-end junk food, every low-end junk food. Not my job. Distraction, divide and conquer, not doing that. I know some women, all kind of different hairstyles or whatever, different from me, and they're valuable people. There's some folks that might be 300, 400 pounds, and they have some kind of value. Not doing that over here. Not doing that over here. I can have healthy boundaries, but I can learn from most people. So anyway, back to this. What's not trending, or what, let me say, what's always in fashion is what you have, because you have to live with this and with this body temple. So just in your exploring your creativity, oh my gosh, this is a lot of times I'm coming up with styles on the fly, right? With that are not costing me anything. You know, sometimes I'll just sit in there and play. You got to be willing to play, you know, with what you were divinely assigned. What was divinely assigned to you. And I tell you, if you just listen also, there are relaxation videos on this channel. I'm not joking. Literally, when you sit and start to observe your inner dialogue around the judgments that are coming up, or you can catch yourself, but it requires a listening to, like, that's not gonna look attractive. Ooh, if I'm going out with a group of people, they're not gonna pay me any mind because of how my hair looks. There's a lot of friggin' programming in here, a lot. And I don't underestimate addiction. They're watching. I tell you, I've been watching documentaries of junkies for years. I don't underestimate addiction and programming. I don't take it for granted how, even as intellectually smart and as many may have like numerous degrees, I do not underestimate the fact that it's been demonstrated. We are highly programmable creatures, and we are easily affected by the 6 basic human fears. You can look up the human fears on your own. So I invite you to explore what you have, work what you have, because, honey, embracing this, I can go outside and play at the drop of a dime. I just got to put it up. So, and I'm putting it up with things. I think I might have a video on this channel with things that don't pull out my hair if you have very fine, delicate hair. I think sometimes we just may be feeling the way because we don't know what this is going to look like, and people talking about the ugly face. So if you see on this channel, there's a video called about the Afro Flower Challenge. I got very scissor happy a couple of months ago, and this was down here, and I chopped a good amount off. So this is the marker. This here is the marker, and every 3 months we're going to be checking in, right? From just leaving the hair alone. If my hair was loose natural, I would most likely just do very, very loose double strand twists. Now we have more technology, much better combs and brushes. They don't rip your hair out and don't have to torture your daughters. But this is the marker. I would most likely do these same styles, do a loose double strand twist and roll it up on some rollers and leave it, because this hair likes to be left alone. My skin likes to be left alone. All of those products in the garbage, the one bottle of shampoo I have, I'm just moving more towards my original thing, even though I found one nice shampoo, towards using my teas, the nopales, the cactus that's growing in my yard, okra, because that's also what I call Afronomics and Afroflowernomics. I talk about Grandma Lou all the time. I just really feel very passionately that we should be able, I have a vision, got a vision, y'all can go with me here. I envision over 1 million women that we have all the herbs, all the things that we need for our cultural and beautifying rituals in your yard. And if you could trade your stash, that's what Grandma Lou and Smiley, that's what I watched those women do. They sent spices and seasoning back and forth to each other. So I'm about reclaiming, thank you, Grandma Lou, I'm reclaiming and reactivating the ways of the mothers and the grandmothers as a lifestyle. Because you go to indigenous and tropical regions, and a lot of the medicines, they are exported, and you see a lot of us chowing down on oka-olas and a lot of heavily refined noodles with all kinds of flavoring that have us blowed up. They're inciting, or they're catalysts for diabetes, and they keep us on a holster. They keep us addicted. So I know it may not be, you're not targeted if you're not very, very overweight, but our organs are taking a hit. And if we're not on it with our immune system, which is also tied into our vitality, this would be the time to get stuff in order. So I thought if you take a lot of this stuff off the table, you don't have to worry about dieting. You can have enough of a simple way of eating that is enjoyable, sustainable, works with any kind of spending plan. You can take it on the road. You don't have to worry about beautification. You can take all this off the table, work and wait for hours and hours and hours. That's it. You can free up more time, more play, You can relax. You can relax. We deserve, I think we need a break. Women, and definitely Afro women, we deserve a break. But nobody's gonna give you a break. You're gonna have to take it. You're gonna have to give yourself a break. So I invite you to take. I threw my shop caddy in the garbage. I was like, I'm over it. It's like too much clutter. Over it. So a couple of plants. I prioritize room to play. I don't need. I do like nice things, but it's a lot of excess. It's holding us back when you're ready to travel. Shout out, because I've been having several folks come through to visit me. Borders is open. I'm just saying. So you got a whole lot of stuff and a whole lot of people holding you back. You can't go out and play. You can't go and travel. I say hold it out and stuff. You can swipe that stuff off the table and free your time up. A lot of resources, extra clothes, a whole bunch of extra features you're not using. Lively up yourself, honey. Free yourself. Anyway, I just wanted to just check in and just know, this is not going to go out of fashion. This is with you. This is with you all the time. The other day, sometimes I just be discovering. I do speak Ebonics here. I go back and forth, multilingual. I had put this on some little kind of rollers, and because the bottom got wet, it didn't catch any kind of curl. And all I did was pin it up. I had me a cute little bob, honey. Look at the community section. So folks have been reaching out to me. I've been super busy. I just wanted to check in, let you know. We're continuing the reading of Princess Nefertari. Right, so we just did the initial reading, and I was also communicating with the author at some point, maybe to have an interview with the author. It's one of the most awesomest books ever. You don't have to get it if you don't want to. I let my copy out, so I had to get another copy. But we're going to be continuing to read Princess Nefertari, which is awesome. It's a lot of tales. It's like science fiction. The author, Gregory Walker, also won the Octavia Butler Award. This book is so hot. It's a lot of martial arts, a lot of fighting. It's a princess finding her way. Oh my gosh, it's excellent. So you can find it on Amazon and you can read along. But I will be doing another installment of Princess Nefertari, and if you like, you can read along. And it is adult and child friendly, but it is definitely Afro sci-fi. So I just wanted to check in with you all. And if you have any questions, you need to contact me about anything having to do with any of the resources, the cocoon. Hopefully those links are working. If not, have somebody looking into it. So there's the cocoon, which is very, very early. So I'm on, I believe, Central Standard Time, or at the same time as Guatemala. So it's early. 7 days is super, super early. I'm telling you right now, the early bird gets the prize. After that, it's the hit it and quit it. So it's like some Afro house, African dance, but it's sculpting. So I don't play. I'm very results oriented. Lunchtime is efficient fitness. It's cutting all the guesswork out of your fitness. Why you may not be getting results. If you have questions around your injuries, are you doing enough to elicit the types of changes that you want to see in your body? You can ask all of those questions, and that alternates with common sense nutrition. So I can get 2 peach pits if you call yourself vegan, vegetarian, paleo. Are you getting the results that you're looking for? And even if you have decent results, are you trying to upgrade your results to get to another level? So those are lunchtime classes. And then for folks that need to consult with me privately, or if folks are thinking of traveling and you want a private retreat or a virtual retreat, feel free to reach out to me at info@body-culinary.com. The resources that are available. If you're not able to meet with me and you want to get my 30 years of what I have been doing with living foods as a lifestyle condensed into a guide that is in whole living foods in the hood with menus to fit your budget. There are pictures in there. What have I been doing? What have I been eating all these different years? You don't need a dehydrator for that. Actually, it's not my preference. I'll use the dehydrator periodically to experiment with foods for people in transition, but I actually don't need a dehydrator, and your palate will change over time. So it can really be catered to whatever you want. But if you want a condensed guide of my 30 years condensed, that guide is Whole Living Foods in the Hood. That's not recipe books, but it's the know-how, nuts and bolts. And it's also the foundation is your mindset, not a diet. Stop dieting. It's out with the shower caddy. But it is a focus on whole, fresh, living unprocessed foods with the living water. And that's actually a big distinction for several reasons. Then also, right before I lock, because I didn't intend for my hair to lock, there's natural beauty, no products. So you can see all the food I've been telling people for years. What cleared up all of my acne, you can look and see the picture in the community section, was food, primarily inside whole, living, fresh, unprocessed foods. That's it. Not proactive, not salicylic acid, not benzoyl peroxide, not all the stuff in the health food store. Food. Food and then movement. Period. That's what cleared it up. That resource is there. There's Healthy Eating Plant-Based for Men. That's a webinar that's on the site. That's what I think. It's a couple of freebies there underneath free stuff. So that's on body-culinary.com. On Patreon, once a month, we're having, so at the end of May, we're having a party. Everything that's in your fridge, you're going to be whipping that stuff out. We're going to have some good music on. We're going to have a party. You will be pulling all of that stuff out, and we're having a food prep party. So that's all the Patreon members. Did I leave anything out? I don't know. Let me get to the part because it's starting to get out here. So just shout out to Beata and Uniquely Beautiful and One Way. Y'all should be receiving your stuff. So let me know as soon as you get it. I sent it out a while ago. So just be on the lookout for your stuff inside the mail. And if you want to see some of my designs, these are hand cut afro and the Calvary little amulet, which I shine frequently. They're a reminder of this beauty mark. So I'm all about being very intentional about not a lot of stuff, but the stuff that I wear on my person, because I'm big on people trying to cast, not trying. Companies are casting a spell over you. Hypnosis is real. So, cast your own spell over yourself. So those are the things that we're up to. So take advantage. Oh my goodness! Yeah! You receive. Oh, please take some pictures. Please take some pictures. Yay! You got your stuff. Oh my gosh, that's so fantastic. Hope you like the little treats that I put in there for you to adorn yourself. I usually wear it on my throat chakra, or I would over here the little pastel bendies. Oh my gosh, yay! So international postage is working. Okay, wow, that's fantastic. Please share some pictures. You are so welcome. Oh my gosh, I'm so thrilled. Okay, so I'm gonna take that energy and I'm sharing with you just some of my playlists. I will be sharing my playlist in the cocoon, because again, it's about the cocoon. What the cocoon really is about, it's a reset. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I had enough, even with social media to a certain degree. Too much is like, I find I'm affected. I'm very, very sensitive. So it's like intuitively it's time to go in. Or I hear people like, oh, I know I need to make some changes in my food. This is about turning in. We're turning in with support. I always keep support and coaches in my back pocket. I don't play with that, because I know if I'm trying to get to another level, I want folks that are going to help me with my blind spot. So I found investing in myself and my education over the years, whether that's living foods, fitness, competition, whatever it is, education always has, actually that's what keeps me clear, is comprehensive education, as well as seeing all the suffering of clients and people I've been working with for years. It makes me real clear, real crystal clear. Then all I need to do is put alternative things in place, so I have a lot to look forward to. That's one of the reasons why I don't diet. It's one of the reasons why, as a junk food junkie, I don't have to go backwards anymore, because I have enough. So, and in my world, I have so many treats that I don't need to cheat. That is key. These are like this. I love distinctions. Distinctions make the difference, I like to say. And one of my key distinctions is I have so many treats that I don't need to cheat. Right? Why stay in a whole store buying more diet books and all this other stuff? You got some principles. Principles will shift your paradigm. So you can stop doing the same thing over and over, frustrating yourself, then losing momentum, beat up on yourself, which will send you going on a health junk food binge or whatever. So that being said, please avail yourself of those resources that are available on the website. Reach out to me if you want to consult. If you have questions about your food or your fitness, if you want to come to the classes, those will be drop-in, or there's like a really, really nice package if you want to do that monthly. So if you have any questions, drop me an email. I'm inviting you to create a great day on purpose, being very intentional. I don't know, something catastrophic could be going on. You know, a lot of us are losing family members, and that's that's big. The relaxation is huge. Being very intentional, just making a decision. I'm going to create a great day. Whatever the heck is going on, they decide to blow this sucker up. I'm making a conscious decision, right? Because I know we are all on this live going to take off this human suit at some point. That's a fact. That's a fact. So I like to call the fear by its name to release its power, right? And just get into acceptance around it. In the meantime, you know, sometimes you get to a mindset you don't have the time to care for yourself. I invite you. I don't care if it's 20 minutes. Something consistently. It's going to leverage. It has tremendous leverageability, if that's such a word. And on just a consistent 20 minutes and build up more, because it's going to free up your mind. So you get all of that, swipe all that distraction off for the table, so you can just get into cultivating your movement practice, nurturing yourself therapeutically with growing something. Even if you are in a colder environment, or if you're in one of the zones where you don't have as much sunlight, everybody can grow something. So avail yourself of Sister Butterfly and Sister Monkey Learn to Eat Better. There's about 9 to 10 free episodes that are on this channel. I did load episode, I think it's episode 3. If you're returning, subscribe to this channel. And do feel free to subscribe, comment. What else did they say? Comment, like, thumbs up if you got any value, and share it if you know somebody that could benefit, because we respond to fun and support works. That's one of my keys. That's one of my key distinctions. I create support for myself, because you're not likely always going to be in the mindset of being motivated. Waiting for motivation is a scam. The motivation comes after you get into action around what you say you value. All right. Is Cocoon the same as the Patreon? No. The Patreon is for supporters. So at the basic level of support, I shout out all the people that are supporting the channel. The middle tier is you can come to the party, and I also post content that is not here on Patreon. And then the highest tier. It's only limited slots available. Those folks, if they have questions, can actually consult with me privately once a month. Cocoon is like 7 days. It can go all the way to 30 days. But right now, only 7 if you haven't done it before. It's very, very intense. Cocoon is getting to the root of your sabotaging behaviors. And during that time, there's questions and things that may be coming up for you if you're looking to switch over to whole living, unprocessed foods. If you want to make it vegan, not vegan, that's up to you. I prefer peaceful consumption, but just be wherever you're at. Because if you just focus on feeding yourself the best peaceful foods, most likely you'll crowd out a lot of the addictive foods and things, and your palate actually can change. But it's really being gentle with yourself and allowing yourself to see objectively where you're at, right? The goal is to create a sustainable lifestyle. Like, okay, I can live with this, right? And adding out on and crowding out other things, and also some strategy. It doesn't have to take you 30 years, to really revamp your eating. So that's more like a 7-day program. Patreon is you have access to certain content, and it's also going to be different content on the website. Also on the website, folks that are members of the website, the Common Sense Nutrition and also Efficient Fitness is included with the membership to the website. So there's like several different options. Would you ever ship some fruit? You know what? Several people have been asking me to ship fruit, and before I wasn't open to it because I just got so much going on. But I think the shipping is very, very expensive. Maybe perhaps if you look on your end, you figure out an inexpensive way to ship it. I find that and now we're coming into mango season and avocado season. My May stuff is busting right now. I went for mangosteen, but my May is on the tree. The papayas are delicious right now. So many different varieties of pineapple. I can't even keep up with all the different fruits. So if you can look into it, you can figure that out. You can reach out to me, and when it's in season, honey, get it while it's in season. But there's so many different types of mangoes, it's absolutely ridiculous. And if you scroll back through this channel, you can see some of the seasonal fruits that I've shared. I don't know if you call it like an official mukbang, But a lot of the fruits that I come across, I will share them on this channel and the unique finds of just the different local fruit. So if you look into it, yeah, I was saying it. So Beata, uniquely beautiful and loving one. Y'all always have some such warm, positive energy. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. Feel free to support the channel. My skin is glowing. Thank you. Listen, I keep trying to tell you. Hold on that note, let me just pour some internal libation. I gotta go to the park. Listen, my face was looking like sidewalk. The sidewalk. You know, all the gravel on the sidewalk? That's what my skin was looking like. Go look in the community section. You think I'm joking? Go look in the community section. So it's not that I couldn't. I'd rather not wear makeup. I used to work in the industry where I had to wear makeup all the time. So it's not really the move for me. But also now, let's not get it twisted. I do get, there's an energetics in terms of beautification. Just the covering up of health, right? And altering is not my vibe. Playing, expressing, that you have to come up with what that is for you, because that's an energetic, right? And sometimes I think as women, we can have a tendency to box ourselves in with religion, box ourselves in with a diet label. We don't need no more boxes. That's exhausting. You take years off your life. It's too much trying to restrict yourself to something. Find your path. Sit into yourself. Is it these people? This is what the girls in the church is doing. This is people the ashram is doing. This is the folks in synagogue. Do you find the last thing Afro women need, or women in general, women of color? We don't need no more boxes. Then we policing each other. If you got a permanent, I'm out the business. I'm not doing that. Do you? We don't need no more boxes. Be free. Free. That's what this is. You know, this is freedom here. Do you free yourself up? Cut it off. Grow it long, wear extensions. I don't care what you do. Express. You know, life is meant to be fully expressed. Do you. Whatever you want to eat. It's beyond the labels. Your essence doesn't have a label. We're all going to take this human suit and lay it down, and we'll go back to the dust. So have your experience. If you want some insight, I'll share some insight. I'll give you my honest, constructive feedback. But live your life. You don't need no more boxes. Putting yourself into all these mental boxes. That's too much restriction. That's too much restriction. I'm eating a certain kind of way because I actually like it. I have a lot to look forward to. So over time, you'll find your sweet spot. You will find your sweet spot where you don't need to diet. It's like, it's a different mindset. You'll see. Check out her Whole Living Foods in the hood with menus to fit your budget. So if you want to get like laser to, how I'm so clear, and I was a bad junk food junkie. It was horrible. It was horrible. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to the park. Y'all create a great day on purpose. Just because you made it, just because you said so, for no other reason. Because you said so, because we here. All right. See y'all soon.